Hi, my name is Becky. Welcome to the beauty of symmetry in Chinese calligraphy. In this lesson, we are going to learn this character. In Chinese simplified character, it looks like this, and it pronounced as Li. So we can see from these two characters, it didn't change a lot in the past 2,000 years, isn't it? So it's just changing from the curving line to the square characters. Okay, so do you know how did our ancestors create this character? Okay, now let's look at it. A Li, this character, is combined with this part, which pronounced as Tian, and this part, which pronounced as Tu. Can you guess what's the meaning of these two parts, the upper part and the bottom part? Okay, if you don't know, I show you the picture. Okay, this part is from this picture. Now can you guess? Yes. So on the upper side is a farmland. And then how about the bottom side? The bottom side is dirt. Our ancestors think that if you have the farmland and the dirt, you can build a house and have a home there. So you can have a family there. So you need to think about China is an agricultural country. So when you reflect in our Chinese character system, many characters were built based on this kind of ideology. Okay, now we have two meanings. One meaning is Li, 1 Li equals to 500 meters. Why is that? Because our ancestors think that once 25 houses is 1 Li. So 25 houses now is about 500 meters. So we use Li in our traditional scale system, and we still use it now. So that's one meaning. How about the second meaning? And the second meaning is this, in, as like in the mountain, in the classroom, in the office, that in. Do you still remember this character? We learned it in lesson 21 in Chinese calligraphy for beginners. It is mountain, hill. It's also from the picture, right? If you can remember it, you can go back to review it. Okay, that's the two meaning. And then 3 characteristics in calligraphy. In the normal writing is different from calligraphy because in Chinese calligraphy we need to use the soft brush, right? So it's quite different. So what are the 3 characteristics as we mentioned in our first lesson? Okay, in our second lesson, sorry. The first one is symmetry. So you can see from this picture, yes. So the left side is nearly the same as the right side, which is what we call symmetry. Second is average space. You can see, okay, show you with a pen. So this one, here, and here. So these 5 horizontal strokes, the space are nearly the same, right? So this is what we call average space. And also inside these small spaces, they are nearly the same average space. Okay, now the third one is thick lines. What is thick lines? We need to compare with other lines, then we know what is thick lines. So how about if you compare the red lines with the black lines? So you will know the red lines are thick, and the black lines are thick, right? These red are thin. Red are thin, and black are thick. So Do we also write this kind of thin lines in calligraphy? Yes, we do. We have different styles of calligraphy. So just like Master Wu Rangzhi style, mostly is with thick lines. Okay. Now, how do we write this with a brush? So, generally speaking, the Chinese character will write from the top to the bottom and from left to right. And for ancient Chinese characters, we don't really have some like certain order, but we need to figure out how to write them like this character. So we just try to manage it, which is convenient for us. But for modern characters, there are certain orders. If you write in the wrong order, it will be not convenient as the right order. Okay, now first I show you on the screen with this color pen and just draw the order, and then I will show you with this brush. Okay, so what do you think of this character? How do we write it? The first one from the top to the bottom. I will write this stroke first. And then these are two strokes. Be careful, we need to make the connection perfect. Okay? And then the middle line, average space, middle point, symmetry. Draw it. Oh, by the way, because I draw it on the screen, so I can't keep my mouse straight. When we write with a brush, the horizontal stroke should be very straight. Okay. Okay, now the last one. Okay, now this is how do we write. This is the order we write this character. Now I will show you how to write this character with a brush. But before we start, let's review something. What do you think before we start? What do we do with this dry brush? Okay, we need some clean water. This is a clean water. Then we put the whole brush in the clean water for a while until it's completely wet. Okay, not only the surface but completely wet. Then we need a waste paper. By the way, those not satisfied artworks, well, we don't need to throw away immediately. We can keep the paper as waste paper. So now we can dry the brush on it. Dry. Okay. Now we need some ink. This is ink. We put 1/3 of the brush into the ink. Okay, only 1/3. You can see it, right? Only 1/3. Put it in the brush for a while, and then the ink will gradually come up to the middle and the root of the brush. But don't put the whole brush into it, okay? Only 1/3. Okay. You can see the ink gradually come up to the root. Okay, now we don't need that much. Why? Okay, because the first time touch the ink, the first time there will be some water in it. So if you directly write on the paper, And the paper is like with special texture, and it will spread very soon. So if it's too much water, you the better use a waste paper and dry a little bit before we write it. We don't write it with a lot of water. Okay, we need to dry a little bit. And then we can use a waste paper to try, like, is it good? We can try one stroke. And try one. Yeah, I think now it's good enough. Now we can write on the paper. Okay, so now let me show you how to write this 李 on the paper. Okay, this is Becky's Chinese calligraphy lesson, The Beauty of Symmetry in Chinese Calligraphy. Welcome to share this course with your friend and family. And in next lesson, we are going to learn this character. We are going to learn the history and how to write it with a brush. Okay, see you in next lesson.